if we're just talking about policy priorities, stripping it away from any sort of messengers or verbiage from one party or another, you actually see a fair amount of common ground between the American public and between partisans when it comes to, more investment in things like healthcare, education. With everything going on in Texas right now, I have to mention infrastructure. But it's really when things actually start to go through the legislative process, you start to see kind of coded messages from one party or the other, where things kind of start to break apart. And I think a really good example of that right now is the coronavirus relief package. We know that most Americans generally think that spending, you could spend more, not less. However, there's a debate in Congress right now about how to pass it, whether it's reconciliation, if we should attach a $15 minimum wage. So again, once you strip all of that away, there is a general consensus. There is an ability for Americans to find common ground when it comes to investing in healthcare, education, trying to get through this pandemic, infrastructure. And those are areas of agreement for the American public. I think ultimately when you see Americans calling for more investment in various programs, various areas, healthcare is always a top concern for the American public. We measure that in our polling. It's one of the top main problems that's always cited. Of course, now we also have the economy and coronavirus. And so, calling for more investment in healthcare is something that we've seen consistently over time. Same thing can be said for education and infrastructure. And I think it's those areas where Americans can find common ground, as opposed to talking about things like national security or defense spending, which already kind of have a little bit of a partisan divide in the debate.